Hi everyone, and welcome to today's General Hospital recap. As always, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos or recaps. Misha's laying on me and I have no energy, so we're gonna lay down and do today's recap. Real fast, the winner of Character of the Week last week was actually more than one person. It was Team Quartermains, Dylan, Tracy, and Monica, with Finn as an honorable mention. And let's get right to today's recap. So in the parking garage, the FBI agents still want to talk to Hayden, even though they've talked to her for 24 hours. We'll learn that later. And they want to talk to her about her now, not her father. And they're suspicious because she changed her name and didn't tell anyone. And she's like, well, obviously I couldn't really do anything as Rachel Berlin. And Nicholas comes in and wants to talk to them about her. Dun dun dun. So he's actually sticking up for her and tells them to contact their attorney, Alexis Davis. And I'm like, since when? Obviously she asks Nicholas what happened here and where did he come from. He just hangs out in parking garages, and he says he wants to stop the Inquisition, and she's still skeptical, and he says he doesn't want people going through his personal finances. And I'm like, that makes a lot more sense. So she says it's time to cut their losses and not be married anymore. And then the $5 million gets brought up, and he's more concerned about certain knowledge she has and about future blackmail. And she's like, I guess we'll have to wait and see. And I'm like, I don't think that's the right answer. At the courthouse, Jordan comes in and she tells Anna about the eyewitness, and she thinks that's great news, obviously. And Jordan wants to call her and Andre's date off for the night. Why? Well, she thinks his testimony went above a patient review and even past a friend thing. So Andre thinks she's just being jealous for no reason. And Jordan asks about his behavior. They're always whispering and stuff, and he thinks she's projecting because of her past marriage, and she's assuming he's cheating on her because she cheated on her husband, and she slaps him, quite obviously. I would probably too. No matter how true it is. So at the floating rib, Griffin is having a drink, and Mac wants to know more about him. Mac tells him Duke would be very proud of him. Don't listen to this, it's spoilers. So they talk a little about Maxie, and Alexis is going over the witness statement and has someone trying to dig into his past. Don't sit on my feet.
Okay.
So the witness happens to be in the bar, and he's having a drink, and Alexis wants to talk to him, and he knows who she is, and he doesn't want to talk to her, obviously. So she won't go away, and she mentions a stenographer. I just have to say that. I'm contractually obligated. And I'm like, stick to your guns, dude. Don't talk to her. She's trying to manipulate you. So she's really pushing it. She's like, depositions can be so intimidating, and if we just talk now, it'd be easier. And he's like, no, leave me alone. And he storms out, and he's like, I'm so proud of him. I don't know. His name sounds like it's Hale or something. I don't know. So Anna asks what that was about, and Alexis is like, I can't discuss it with you. I'm like, okay, for someone who is trying to be shady, you're awfully offended of someone asking you a question. So Anna comes over to talk to Matt, to thank Mac for Scott. And apparently Diane recommended Scott because he has a personal stake against the DA. And today is the anniversary of Duke's death. And she talks about Duke and his history with Julian, so that Griffin knows a little bit more about that. At Jordan's loft, Jordan is fuming, obviously. I would be too. Andre comes over. He has more to say. Well, he apologizes for accusing her of projecting, and he doesn't want to date Anna. I don't know how many times he has to say that. But I think they're good. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. At Julian's office, Sam wants to talk to him about Sonny's shooting, and he swears he has nothing to do with it. Sam thinks So Julian says something about compromise, and Sam's like, I feel like the only one compromising is my mom, Alexis. And she doesn't think that's fair. And she says this isn't Alexis's mess to clean up, and it's his, and that she's not at peace with what she's doing. And he brings Jason into it, and Sam's like, no, Jason never asked me to go against who I am, and he would never ask that. Sam says she's disappointed in him, but at the end of the day, they're fine. Sam leaves. So Alexis comes in, she tells him the witness checks out, and this makes Sabrina's statement admissible, and it won't be dismissed, and she won't win at trial, and she would have to advise Carlos to take the deal, and Julian's like, you know what, I'm sure this witness won't be a problem for you, and I'm like, that doesn't sound good. At the PCPD, Carlos, I almost said Carly, Carlos wants Michael to use his connections to break him out, and Jason comes in, Jason wants Michael not to engage with Carlos, and Michael believes Carlos is holding Sabrina somewhere. He's not. So he thinks Sabrina made a stupid decision, but someone needs to help her. Someone doesn't. And Jason tells him Carlos isn't going to tell him anything anyway, so just drop it. Michael goes back in. What will happen? I don't know. At the park, not outside. We are back inside the studio. So someone has decided that their week of fun was over. So Sam and Jason are going for a walk and talking about going on vacation. And they're going to bring Danny and go to the beach. And she's thinking like a little place, not like resorty. And they're still being watched. Now end scene. Woo! So Jason and Sam hear something. He goes to check it out, and they catch Franco watching them. Creepy, especially when what happened and who I was alluded to. Jordan and Andre are, they've worked out their differences. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Nicholas wants to divide their assets. And she's like, what assets? And he finds diamonds in her makeup bag. His diamonds? Quite possibly. Julian gets a call. It sounds ominous. And it's done. What's done? I don't know. Actually, I do. I'll tell you in a second. Michael has decided not to play games with Carlos, and Carlos is trying to egg him on. And Alexis finds the witness with something in his arm. It's a needle, and he's unconscious and falls out of his car. So I'm going to go on a limb and say that's what's done. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Tomorrow should be up normal time, and I will see you tomorrow for more Drama Hospital. Bye!